After coming for Beyonce in this manner, Rita Ora might wish to strengthen her protection because, as we have heard, most of the people who attempted to expose Queen Bey did not survive. As it turns out, Rita Ora's career seems to have continued to flourish. When Beyonce learned that Rita was being duped by Jay-Z, she blackballed her, ruining her career. Do you recall the gossip that Rita was Becky with the nice hair in 2016? Rita denied it at the time, saying it had nothing to do with her. However, in the year 2025, she finally broke the NDA she had signed and publicly admitted that she was actually Becky with the nice hair and that she and Jay had allegedly begun teasing each other after she signed with him. So let us clarify this. Bey chose to vent her frustration on Rita while still lying in bed with Jay, rather than leaving her unfaithful spouse who has cheated on her with other women in the past. Now, let us go straight to the point. There is a lot to discuss. The entire issue between Rita and Beyonce began when Beyonce accused Jay of cheating on her with a lady she called Becky with good hair in the song Sorry, which was taken from her album Lemonade. She sang the song's words, "Looking at my watch, he should have been home today. I regret the night I put that ring on. He always got them effing excuses. I pray to the Lord you reveal what his truth is. I left a note in the hallway. He better call Becky with the good hair." As you are all aware, Beyonce does not post about her personal life on the internet very often, and even less frequently, she describes the lady who had an affair with her husband. As a result, individuals started chatting and conducting their own research to identify the attractive Becky. Rita was drawn into it at that point. Rita really hinted that she was the Becky with the nice hair. When fans learned that she was contracted to Jay-Z's management business, Roc Nation, the situation only grew worse. Rita then shared a picture of herself on Snapchat while sporting a necklace with the initial J on it and a bra with a lemon design. Lemonade was the name of Bey's album. Jay-Z's name actually starts with the beginning. Jay. She shared this picture just as the album was coming out. She had what most people refer to be nice hair when she was signed to Jay. Do I really need to elaborate? All the signals were present, and people quickly realized what was going on. Rita made the quick decision to minimize the harm by saying that everything was really a huge coincidence. Naturally, though, nobody took any of her statements seriously. According to her, the necklace was actually a J, not an R, but it looked like a J in the photo because it was inverted. Well, if you say so, girl.
One of the things that obviously comes up a lot when Beyonce had her album was a mysterious woman called Becky with the good hair who allegedly Jay-Z had cheated with her.
Yeah.
And then at some point in 2016, with Lemonade in the air, you posted a picture of yourself with lemons on your bra and a J around your neck.
It literally was a coincidence. I didn't even think about it. I swear. And it wasn't a J, it was an R. They flipped it around and then it looked like a J.
That was in no way designed to
No, it had
sort
nothing.
of
No, that was
intrigue or...
No, that was my own design with an underwear company called Tezenis that I was working with. This is what I mean, man. Pinch of salt. You've got to take things with a pinch of salt. And that's what's insane. I had to just kind of sit through that until a good friend of mine, Katy Perry, gave me a hilarious badge that said, "Not Becky."
Even though Beyonce never acknowledged or refuted the claims, that does not imply she did not have feelings about them. Rumor has it that she was already unhappy about Rita having an affair with Jay. She was even more irritated when Rita chose to play these online games and then turn around and pretend not to notice. She made the decision to blackball her career at that point. Rita should be thankful that Beyonce only did that, according to some, as she could have done much worse. If you are wondering why they are saying this, it is because of Kathy White, Jay-Z's claimed mistress who was discovered dead while very pregnant. Back then, there were a lot of claims that Bey and Jay were responsible for Kathy's death. However, it was brought up once more when a 2017 tweet by writer Liz Crokin, who claimed that Jay had erased Kathy, went viral. At the time, she stated when Kanye West says Jay-Z has... I believe he is talking about the people who... Kathy White.
He called me, hey, Jay-Z, I know you got kids. Please don't send them out my head. Just call.
In the middle of this turmoil with Rita Ora, she responded to the tweet once again when it became viral. Liz responded once more with a tweet that stated, "Baby, I still stand by what I said 8 years ago. I said," she said, "note the date. Hey, Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died. I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell together. Justice is coming." She also said it's only a matter of time before spirit cooking. Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got... I would know he's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Kathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. As a result, investigators re-examined Kathy's death and discovered several discrepancies that suggested her actual cause of death was concealed. First, after learning of Kathy's passing, Hollywood Street King wrote an investigative piece that was later deleted. Although the reason for his decision to remove the item is unknown, several individuals think he was either intimidated or bought off. In any case, he was totally removed from the internet, so they grabbed screenshots of it. I will read it for you all. It moves. Yesterday, I got the news that Kathy Michelle White had suddenly passed away, so I quickly began my investigation. And guess what? Kathy did not die from a brain aneurysm as reported widely around the internet today, according to an NYPD detective who told me Kathy's cause of death is uncertain. And later today, we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious. Kathy White died exactly 1 year to the day from when I broke the story of her and Jay-Z's affair. He added, a 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. Ambulance came and took Kathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm, or they will be doing an autopsy later today to check out her cause of death. But someone might have given Kathy a bad, so they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. 2 weeks prior to her death, Kathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She gave them little information to go on, but according to one of our sources following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. This all happened in the last 2 weeks. Then, little more than 48 hours after the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with Jay's baby, this young lady suddenly dies under suspicious circumstances. Jaguar entered the conversation as well, and this is what she said.
Kathy White's life was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand, see? I mean, I'm just speculating.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress.
Yeah.
Who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the f was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is f***ing you. And the boss's boss don't get no Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the f*** you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties. To walk mother out! Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. You, Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Oof. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate you AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
People say they were not shocked once all of this went viral, because she may have been Kathy White 2.0. If she had not stopped teasing Beyonce, Rita stepped off the grid and began doing other things outside singing. Naturally, all of these are only conjectures, so proceed with caution, but individuals have been discussing, and they are not. Someone said Beyonce wrote a song about the didn't she? I can't remember what it was called, but something about being covered in her blood in a bathroom and how the attendant waved her through and she was a big fan. Something like that. Someone else said, I have grown to like Rita. Jay-Z is so gross, it's too bad she made that mistake. He is so far beneath her. Now though, I would want to hear your opinions. How do you feel about Rita Ora claiming that Beyonce ruined her career? Are the claims that Bey was responsible for Kathy's death accurate, in your opinion? Please share your opinions in the space provided below. And remember to go here to view this additional nasty video.